Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the last video in this three-part series. If you haven't seen the first two videos, go check those out before you watch this one. In the last video, we shaped all of the handles here. So in this video, to start, we are going to clean up the spine. As you can see, we still have some black oxides here from when we did the quench. So we have to clean up all the spines, and then we can sandblast. Okay, so I just ground the spine all the way around, and I rounded off the finger choil here because the handle scales go about here. There's still some metal exposed there, and you don't want it to be sharp because you don't want to cut your finger. So I rounded off this little section here, and then I rounded off the back. Next step is we're gonna go to the sand blaster and blast the whole thing and even the spine. And then we're gonna put some matte black parkerized bake-on epoxy finish. So it's basically a high quality spray paint. We'll spray it on and we'll put it in my toaster oven right here. And then we'll let them sit for about 3.5 hours. And then we should just be able to sharpen them and be done. So I'm not actually gonna film myself sandblasting because it's like the most boring thing ever to watch. Probably more boring than golf. If you watch golf, you probably still won't even like watching me sandblast. It's really boring, but it needs to be done. I need to sandblast the whole blade, like I said. So yeah, it takes a little while too. So yeah. Okay, so I messed up. I said I was gonna use the matte black for the coating. I'm actually gonna be using this wolf gray. So if you've seen the color combinations, if you haven't, check out my Instagram, it's EJ_work. But one of the color combinations is a tan or a wolf gray blade with OD green handle scales. I'm gonna do a lighter coat. You don't want it super heavy, otherwise it's gonna kind of goop up and it's gonna look bad. So I want a nice even thin coat, and then we'll put it in the oven. Okay, so these knives are out of the oven. The coating looks super good. It's very clean. So next step is we're gonna laser engrave my maker's mark into these blades. So I just got a laser the other day and I've only done a little bit of practicing with it. So I'm kind of nervous to laser engrave my maker's mark into these, but we're gonna do it and we'll see how it turns out. So that's the first knife in there. I'm working on some of these EDCs. This is my first time laser engraving my logo onto these production blades. So I'm really nervous, but I've done some testing here, and this one is what I'm going for. I think it looks the best and it's the deepest. So wish me luck. Okay, I just finished laser engraving my maker's mark onto these blades. They look super clean, super good. I'm very happy with how they turned out. So last step basically is to sharpen these. So I'm gonna take a 400 grit belt and I'm gonna do a belt finish or a belt sharpen on the belt sander, and then I'll finish it off with some diamond stones and a leather strap. Okay, now that all these blades are razor sharp, I am going to screw the handle scales onto the knife, and then we can make the Kydex sheaths. Okay, so the knives are all finished, except I still have to make the Kydex sheaths because every one of these knives will come with a Kydex sheath. The Alti clip, the pocket clip, will be optional just because I know that some people just like to throw it in their backpack. So if you want, the Alti clip will be $15 extra, but you can slip it in your pocket. It won't fall out. It'll be super convenient. Let's get these Kydex sheaths made. Okay, so I got some Kydex pieces here. I actually have some in the oven right now. I'm gonna be doing 5 at a time, and I'm gonna put the pieces in this foam here, this heat resistant foam, and then I'm gonna sandwich the knife here. I have taped all the knives up so I don't like ruin or scratch the blades. So I'll put this in the foam, I'll clamp it and leave it for a little bit, and then we should have a perfectly formed Kydex sheath, perfectly formed around the blade. Okay, so you just saw me grind the rough shape in the rough profile. You also saw me put these 2 rivets in here. And the reason I only did 2 is just because, first of all, these aren't attached here. And I just didn't want the sheath or the 2 parts like twisting or moving, because I want the perfect fit. So it's loose now. So next step is we're gonna put, I think 2 or 3 more rivets in the back here, like one here and then here. And then we're gonna use, these are rubber washers or tightening screws essentially. So we'll put 2 in here. That way you can use a screwdriver and you can tighten it depending on how loose you want the clip to be, or the fitment. If you tighten it, it'll have a really tight fit. Or if you want a looser fit, you can adjust it however you want. So yeah, just gotta drill some holes. So you just saw me put those tightening screws on the sheath. Now, I put those in the same place that you can actually put an ulti-clip. So those tightening screws actually are also for this ulti-clip. So the ulti-clip will be $15 extra, but it's a super high quality clip, pocket clip. You do this, put your pocket or put the sheath down in your pocket through here, and then you just snap it on and it will not fall out. It will last a really long time, and I really recommend this clip. This is the knife, this is the sheath. It clips in there really well. It won't fall out. I mean, I'm shaking this hard and it won't fall out. It has a nice pop. This is an amazing knife, high quality. They drop May 27th, so be ready. I would highly recommend buying one of these knives. They will be $250 plus. If you want the pocket clip, it's $15 extra. So it'd be $265 for the whole package. Or if you don't want the Kydex sheath, you can also buy a leather sheath, and I can make that too. It will come with this sheath, so you can't really replace it, but you can buy a leather sheath, and then you can get 2 sheaths and switch them out. If you want to carry it on your belt with the leather sheath, kind of show it off, you can. Or if you want to keep it kind of in your pocket so people can't see it, you can get this Kydex sheath with the pocket clip. It's basically the perfect knife. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd highly recommend picking this knife up. I'll also have the 5 other colors that you can choose from. This is the ultimate EDC knife. The blade shape is perfect for opening boxes, cutting rope. just the everyday tasks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.